Studying channel, formerly known as the Aeroponic Tower channel. And I was out here doing some work and thought I would just pop in, say hello, show you guys what's growing. Let's talk how to grow your own food, how to prepare for things going on in the world. We're going to do a little harvesting so I can have a big fat salad for dinner. Who else wants a big fat salad for dinner? Give you guys a minute to get on. Hopefully, there's people out there. Hey, I got a thumbs up, but I can't see anybody on. Thanks for the thumbs up. I'm going to show you guys what to do with all your excess seeds because I want new seeds, but I feel guilty buying new seeds if I have all of this. So I'm going to show you my little hack for how to use up seeds. We'll take a little bit of a tour. I just ate some green beans off my harvest wall here. My green beans are not happy, and I need to figure out why, but they're still producing. So I'm gonna flip you guys around. Let's go on a little tour. Talk about all the things. So this is my harvest wall. You can get this at shopharvesttoday.com. When you talk to them, tell them I sent you, and use coupon code ATC5 for 5% off. But you can buy these as a panel, a single panel. You can double it and make it both sides. You can double it wide. You can quadruple it and make it four sides. But we have lots of food growing on here. My green beans have not been happy for a while. So I think actually I don't know what's going on. I'm working on some things. I actually think it might be the lights because if you look here, these are super healthy and these are healthy, but the ones that are right in front of the lights are getting totally stripped. Um, so I'm thinking it's the lights, but I just ate some green beans off of here and they're so delicious and we'll figure it out, learning curve. There are green beans growing in a cold garage, like this garage is cold. Like you're not gonna get the healthiest green bean looking plant ever. They hate this environment. They want to be in the summer outside in the sun, but I'm still getting a ton of green beans. So that's the beauty of it. We have some chijimusai here. We've got some tot soy. Look, this one's wanting to flower. So we need to harvest this. It's time to pull this out and eat it because we don't want it to flower. We'll do this one next. And now we've got another spot to put a plant. I've got tomatoes growing, chives, green onions, all the things. I have been super busy, so just a little behind and not really taking care of my plants. Look, I killed some because they didn't get water because I'm a bad plant parent. But that's all right. So this one's kind of stressed. This is a tomato. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in and just give it all the things it needs and we will make up for being a bad plant parent. There we go. That's how we garden. Super easy. Roll this back in, and there you go. Over here, we've got our mushrooms, and you can see my shiitakes are popping off in there. This these would explode if I could get it warm enough in here. It's just we keep hitting these cold temperatures, and so they are ready. They're trying so hard to explode, and they just can't because the temperatures just keep getting too cold in here. What I'm actually gonna do, I also have a leak in my I need to fix my zipper, and so my moisture's coming out. Can you guys see that? And until I can fix it, we're just gonna cover this like this. Get creative with it. Okay, that'll keep that moisture in there, and that'll help too. Mushrooms growing. Here's my seeds. This is hey, what's up, guys? I'll try not to ignore you. Oh no, green beans being a problem. Yeah, they're BJ, they're fine. I really think it's the lights burning them. These lights are way stronger than the Tower Garden lights. And I think I'm just keeping them. I like push them right up on there. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Green beans hate cold weather too. Look at this cauliflower's blooming though. So to, expect them to be amazing and perfect when it's freezing in this garage, it's a lot to ask. But I'm still getting these amazing little green beans, and they are so tasty. I've been eating them raw all day today. Well, in here, um, this is my new kitchen table. If you saw my kitchen tour, I shared that I found a new table and it has this major big drawer for all my work stuff, which is awesome. But I need to make it smaller and do some things. So I'm organizing my seeds. So a hack for your seeds looks fantastic. Thank you, Cognition. Wow, caught you live. Hey, what old farm girl, old farm gal. I'm so glad I found your channel last year around Christmas time. I have a tower and never had anything but lettuce and kale in it, but now I've picked green beans. Thanks. Awesome. That's so exciting. Yeah, I've got green beans going over there in my towers too. So good. You should try turnips next, old farm gal. I don't know if you've tried those. Look, they do so wonderfully. Turnips are like my favorite in the tower. And then it just gives you like a different food to eat, to add. This is my trash can because I'm cleaning things, but I'm going through my seeds because I want to order new seeds. So what I do is take all my old seeds and I put them in a jar, all of them, it doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna use those as microgreens. I'm also gonna toss them in a couple of raised beds I have outside in like the beginning of March and just quickly grow a bunch of baby greens, let them all pop up, harvest them, and be done. So I'm not wasting those seeds, not getting the most out of them, but I'm definitely not wasting them. So I've just been organizing all my seeds. So that's a little hack for you. If you want some new seeds and you don't want to feel guilty, that works really, really well. Okay, hold on. Oh no, green beans. Welcome from California. Sorry, Kim. Yeah, you got it bad over there. And the fires. Oh my gosh, it's crazy what's going on. Um, I like your setup. 12 years of experience here with Myco shenanigans. Good job. Keep it up. Welcome. Yeah, I'm like obsessed with mushrooms. I grow so many mushrooms. You see my mushroom logs in there too. They were popping off and pipping. So I went ahead and put them in there. I've got a bunch out in my yard. I thought we would give that a try. No baby steps right now. Transplanted celery from outside before the freeze and into the tower. Amazing. Great job. So we got our hydroponic system here. This is a hybrid hydroponic system. And what I mean is like true hydroponics is flowing water all the time. And this works just like the towers. It's why I wanted it. So it's got water on the bottom. The pump pushes it to the top and then it drips onto the roots. So technically, these roots are in the air most of the time. So the only difference between this and the tower is that this is in a grow medium. Technically, you could probably do it in a rock wool too. The reason you wouldn't want to do it in a rock wool in this system is because this thing runs for 4 minutes, 4 times a day. It never turns on. Like it's so minimal. And you can get away with that because we're growing in a growing medium. Where over here, my towers are kicking on every 40 minutes for 3 minutes. And they're aeroponics, but they're a hybrid system too, because true aeroponics is like a misting system where these are water in the bottom, it pumps to the top and it drips. My first wife died from eating poison mushrooms. That's scary, Anthony. My second wife died in a hunting accident. She wouldn't eat the mushrooms. Okay. What shoes are you wearing? I am wearing my daughter's really ugly Crocs that have processed food taggy things on them, which goes against everything I believe in. But my feet were freezing and I didn't want to have shoes. Hi from Australia. We can't get your towers here, but I have six other brands hot right now and 80% humidity due mostly baby greens, celery, basil, tomatoes, fennel. Awesome, Shaza. Well, I'm glad you found something you can grow in. I get a lot of people from Australia asking for the towers. I wish we could get them over there. Welcome from Southern Arizona, guys. This is how I grow food year round. So I heavily seed things, and we get these amazing bundles of baby greens really quickly. We've got chives. Look at this gorgeous cilantro. I mean, you should never be buying herbs at the store. They're so expensive. They're such a ripoff, and they're so easy to grow in a system like this. And with hydroponics and aeroponics and growing this way, the real benefit is that I can give these exactly what they need nutrient wise, which means when I eat them, they are nutrient rich. Our soil is depleted, and they say that since the 1920s, food has lost so many nutrients in it, like tremendous amounts of nutrients because the soil is depleted. Even growing organic because they're doing mono cropping. And so when we're growing this way, one of the main benefits is you eat fresh food pretty quickly after harvesting. So I leave this stuff on here until I'm ready to eat it. And I take it off and we eat it, turn it into food, and all of it's intact, all the nutrients, because I give this every nutrient it needs. And then I get to eat all of those. So I get all the vitamins and minerals and the benefits. And look at these greens. We're about to harvest some of these actually, because we are going to make a big salad for dinner. Here's the problem with growing this way. I'm eating a green bean. The food's so beautiful, I never want to harvest it. And then it's just sitting there. And we need salad for tonight. Which one should we harvest? Let's look around. These are an iceberg. These are baby greens. I mean, I don't know, bok choys. There's just so many things. Hit the thumbs up, folks. Thank you, Thistle Moon Farm. Reminding people hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm not going to stay on too long. I was just hopping on. I actually was live over on my TikTok shop. You guys ask a lot about where I get things. And I have a TikTok shop where I teach health and wellness. It's more casual over there. And I'm working on some fitness routine stuff. So we were doing a therapy plate. These things are amazing. So good for you. My TikTok shop is under my personal name, Steph Mormino. So, lettuce, which one should we harvest? What are you guys up to this weekend? Hey, I'm on my learning to garden journey. Just the info portion, nothing physical yet, but I was wondering what is the best, easiest thing to start off growing as a beginner? Also, transitioning to vegetarian. Sorry, I'm chewing on raw green beans. Yeah, starters, tower. It's the easiest system to grow on. The harvest wall is amazing, but I would start with the tower. It's easiest to grow on. And then what I do is I grow these baby green bundles. They're so super easy and fast. I have a seed starting course. I linked everything in my description. And this is the best way because you're going to get greens fast. So I would grow greens. I would grow your favorite herbs, cilantro, basil. The towers come with seeds and they come with the easiest things to grow. So start with the tower seeds. It's going to be kale, baby greens, basil, and Swiss chard. And those are going to be your easiest things and your most nutrient dense things. Here's all my Swiss chard over here. And that's going to get you started and get you eating nutrient dense food that's so good for you. Why are you wanting to go to seed? We don't want that. So we're going to pop that off. It got really warm in here after being really cold, and your plants will freak out if they get hot and then get cold and they'll want to flower. So just pop those tops off if that happens. It's going to be cold again, so they won't do that again. And always be starting new seeds. We always have new starts going. So if that does happen again, I'll just harvest these and eat them all, and we'll have another one ready to go. This is all cilantro. Cilantro is so good for helping detox heavy metals. I really like parsley on the towers too. I think that's a beginner one. I'm in Texas. Yeah. And if you're going to grow outside, you can grow anything. You just need to know your growing zone. And so, know kind of find, I like Facebook groups for areas, and you can kind of see what people are starting and they'll share, like, I'm getting my tomatoes started. Well, that's when you get your tomatoes started if they're doing it. So, this right here is marjoram, sweet marjoram, and it is gone bazonkers. And I need to harvest it and juice it. I've just not had a free moment. But that's what I'm going to do with this. I juice my herbs. This is oregano. We juice that. This is aloe. We put that in our juice. Anti cancer, anti all the. Oh my gosh, if you guys could smell this, the smell is incredible. I grow hot peppers. This is my pepper tower. You can grow peppers for 5 years. Harvest the oldest plant first. Yeah, Mary, that would be smart. But some of them are like, these are older than these, but these are bigger because they're baby greens and how I seeded them. So sometimes it's more like what's the most ready. This one's probably the most ready, but I really want some crispy lettuce, and this is the crispy stuff. This is iceberg. I may harvest both of those. This is my pepper tower. And so peppers are a perennial, they will live for 5 years. And so what you do is you let them grow and you harvest them and then you trim them back. You can see I trimmed all this back and then they regrow. So we've got more bell peppers. You do that with all the peppers. So the ones that look a little ratty chewy, they were outside and then I moved them inside and they just need to be harvested, trimmed back heavily, and then they'll start over. So if you have pepper leaves, like people are always like, what's wrong with my leaves? They're doing this, they're doing that. Sometimes they just are old and you need to give it a haircut. So that's what's going on here. We got so many peppers. Look at these. Peppers have the most dangerous pesticides on them for humans. So we want to be growing our own peppers if possible. First off, they're ridiculously expensive too. You can grow so many different varieties on here, but we want to avoid those pesticides because those are the dangerous ones. Can't do it here. 9 degrees yesterday morning. You got to grow inside if it's 9. We're going to be 10 next week. And this garage, I have to heat this garage. I grow in here instead of my basement because we have a very, very small house. But if I couldn't grow in here, I would grow in the house in the basement, um, just so we have access to fresh food year round. Your seed link to Amazon is out of stock. I know. I'm not using Amazon anymore. You guys need to go over to my TikTok shop. It's Steph Mormino. And that is where, unless TikTok disappears over the weekend because of the ban, I don't think it will. That is where I'm linking all my product resources now because TikTok, I can make daily videos and keep things up to date and keep them live, and it ships faster. And I'm over Amazon because I share links and then they disappear, and it's way too much maintenance. So definitely go over there. I also am starting workout series so you can work out. I'm teaching how to do different workouts every single day starting next week because it's a little bit more my personal channel. I used to teach aerobics and was a personal trainer, and I heavy lift 4 days a week and do CrossFit 4 to 5 days a week. And I really like fitness. And so I use that as more my personal get healthy, grow the food, a little bit more casual, I guess is the word. Oh, love you. Congratulations. Thank you, Daniel. Yes, cold next week. Yeah, we've got people still sleeping in really unsafe conditions here in Western North Carolina, and it is so cold. Can we grow herbs on the APT counter, apartment counter? It depends what system you get. I will tell you, I have like a rise system up there. I've been given a lot of these tabletop things. Not a super huge fan because most of them require expensive inputs to grow food. I'm really big on, oh, look, we have an empty grow port. We need to put something in that. I'm really big on making sure if you're going to grow this way, that you can start your own seeds and have independence from expensive things to grow food. So my click and grow, for example, this thing over here, this thing costs more than a tower. It was gifted to me by the company, and I'm not down in the company. I think it's called, it's like a crack key system. Nothing moves in here. Not bad, but you got to buy this. And this is plastic and it's expensive. And you end up paying all this money to grow very little food on your countertop. I think the real secret, if you want to really grow some of your own food, you got to get something like a tower that you can then grow for 25 cents. I can grow a head of lettuce inside for about 45 cents. So this cost me about 45 cents to grow. And this is the equivalent of one of those plastic small tubs at the grocery store, which are like $4, which is for organic, maybe even five. Um, Outside, I can grow that for like 25 cents because I'm not using any power to run the lights. So you can really save money doing that. I put all the links to everything in my description too. Plus, I have a free ebook if you want to learn more. What kind of light do they need growing indoors? This system comes with this light. Tower Garden has, when you buy a Tower Garden, which there's a link in my description, you can buy the whole kit with the light and everything. Comes with seeds, everything. So it's really great. Plug and play. The harvest wall, same thing. You buy the harvest wall with the light kit. I wouldn't try to piecemeal them. I wouldn't know how to piecemeal them, honestly. And with these, the cool thing is the lights move. So as my plants get bigger, I'm not limited. by the light. A lot of systems have like this rise garden up there. The lights are on the top. Same here. The lights are here. Your plants can only get this big because that's it. You're limited. So this system is very novelty. So is the rise. Very expensive to grow on those things. How much was the tower? You'll have to look in the link. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. They're expensive, but they're not. I mean, I've been a gardener for 20 years. So I've spent so many thousands of dollars on compost and raised beds and materials and physical labor, hours, so much money and nothing to show for it. Where I bought these 3 years ago and they just grow food over and over and over. So your return on investment is about 12 months if you're really good at growing. If you follow my tips and tricks, you'll be growing a lot really fast, especially if you're growing year round. And then after that, it's just saving money. So these save me thousands and they are my retirement plan. Lord willing, if I get nice and old in life, you'll see me growing on these same exact hours. I just saw those the other day and I want one so badly. I want to grow all my own food. Yes, Goodwill. When you follow my channel, that's what I teach how to do, how to grow your own food no matter where you are. If you're in an apartment, in a house, on a homestead, I'm on a homestead, but I don't want to grow in the soil anymore. They put biosludge in the soil, in the compost that they feed the animals that then you get the compost from, even in organics. And they found all these forever chemicals in the compost that was organic, that was ruining people's gardens. Just they're giving all the animals the jabby jabs, the mRNA ones, which are terrible, and then that goes into the compost. Oh, you know what they did? Get this, and this is allowed in organics. They just genetically modified soil. So they are adding microbes to the soil that's genetically modified to genetically modify soil. Like, how screwed are we as a society? Like, there's going to be no way to get away from this stuff at all. And I don't think the outcome is going to be very good because, we know what happens when you try to play God. It doesn't usually end well at all. So, once you start genetically modifying soil, once you take like, what is that phrase when you take that cat out of the bag? Like, you can't go back from that because that's the problem with genetically modified things. When they're doing that, they are then contaminating the other plants around them. And so when we start to genetically modify the soil, we're going to contaminate all the soil. When I heard that, I just could not believe it. I could not believe it at all. We're going to harvest this guy too. So yeah, that's what's happening in the world of we live in a society that believes they can play God and play with the weather and look at what's happening all by design. Any suggestions for whole house water filtration system that's not what's RO? Oh, reverse osmosis. No, but I shared a company a while back. Check out and see what they have because they had so many different options for filter systems. And they have a bunch of whole house systems that are not reverse osmosis. My mother and I started a small compost on the side of her porch with all of her fruits and vegetables from the grocery store. It's been over a month and nothing has decomposed. Yeah, that's interesting. It's because they're all sprayed with, I don't know if you bought organic Goodwill win? Did you buy organic? Because if not, they're sprayed with preservatives, and even organic can be sprayed with these like a peel. And there's other ones besides a peel that nobody knows about because they just didn't make the news yet. But they put all kinds of stuff on food to preserve it. They even wash lettuce and like bleaches to preserve lettuce. So yeah, it's not shocking that they're not decomposing at all, which is crazy. I do worm compost bins. I have one in my kitchen right now, and I have one that stays in here. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna make a video on that soon. We are putting some plants in the harvest wall because they need attention, and I do not have any attention to give them. So the harvest wall needs to do it for me. Let's see here. let's harvest this guy because he's looking done. All right. I'm picking our food for dinner. I've got this. I'm picking the ones that need to be eaten the most, which somebody suggested. And we've got all of this now. Look at all these beautiful greens for dinner. I would love to be able to grow my own food on those towers. I started my own raised bed 2 years ago. These people are so incredibly evil, ruining the soil. I know, it's insane. They want us all unalived. For sure they do, or really sick and dependent on their systems. I have two oranges that I have been watching for almost 3 months, and it is still bright orange. My ear things. Let me turn these off. Let me tell you about oranges. Hold on. Sorry. Coming back. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, oranges. I got some organic oranges from a food co-op, and they were started going bad in like a week. So yeah, if you have two oranges sitting on the counter for 3 months, there is something definitely on those to preserve them, because real food does not do that. I use whole house carbon filters instead of reverse osmosis, and a scale inhibitor on my hot water heater, and an under kitchen sink carbon filter. Awesome ideas. Thank you, QDA, for sharing that. They are crazy. They sure are crazy. Yeah, genetically modifying the soil, guys. I mean, just think of the, like, I was looking at that. Remember that bomb they set off in the atmosphere a while ago? And they were like not sure if it would collapse the whole atmosphere. And they still did it anyway. Like, that's what we're dealing with. That they thought it could like kill oxygen and like crash our whole way of breathing and having an atmosphere. And they still set off the bomb. Like, what? Yeah. Crazy town. All right, I'm getting cold in here. So yeah, GMO soil is crazy. I'm going to show you guys one more little tour here, and then I'm going to go in. I just want to pop on quickly, say hello. We still got things for Western North Carolina flood victims in this garage. We're still leaking. Let's do this. I need to fix this zipper. See, I broke the zipper, and now I can't keep the moisture in here. So when I get off with you guys, I'm going to rig this up, because we need mushrooms. Mushrooms are great for vitamin D. You need your vitamin D right now with all the things they're attacking us with. We need to stay healthy for sure. So super important. That helped. I just shoved the arm in. There's still some coming out. Okay, we'll give it a hug. But that's better. Keep all that in there for our mushrooms. Yeah, I just want to hop on, share a little bit of what's growing. I harvested some food. Here's your hack for the day. Any seeds you don't want to use because you want some fresh seeds and you don't know if they're too old, put them in a jar. And then I toss them in a raised bed in the beginning of spring here for a quick turnover harvest of baby greens, and let the roots compost back in after that to build soil. Or I'll do microgreens with these and just put them in a soil medium and turn them into microgreens on the counter. And then I can buy some new seeds guilt-free without wasting those. But look at all these beautiful, look at all this food we're going to grow. Look at this food we're already growing. You guys can do this. You can totally become more self-reliant and self-sufficient. Just got to invest in the systems. Pay, like, look at one thing you buy a day or a month that may not be serving you, and stop buying that thing and save up the money, and you can totally start growing your own food and transfer that. And then we have healthier habits and all the things. All right, have a beautiful night, guys. I will see you soon.